I think it's safe to say that I'm on time tonight. Good evening, hello, and welcome to the live stream. I'm your host, That Crime Guy, and today we're doing part 7 of Ace Attorney Justice for All's Farewell My Turnabout. Guys, who do we have here tonight? Before I do that, I'll open a window. Even though it's autumn, it's still quite blooming warm in this house. It's, yeah, it traps the heat very well. And I'm also just going to move my tea and my lemonade over. Right, so, yeah, who have we got today? We have got Maverick with his butt. We've got Nico. We have Murgut. We have Not Moriarty. And I think I'm imagining things, but I think Mima the Lemur's in here as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, Not Moriarty, I saw your post about that. That's really good news, mate. I thought it was already available. The Ace Attorney games were already available on the Xbox, but what do I know? Nico, TCG, very good video. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I forgot I uploaded a video yesterday. And Mima's asking, did Dyer get his monetization back? I messaged him at about midday today. And he hadn't heard anything back at the time. Excuse me, yeah, he hadn't heard anything back. But then again, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning from his neck of the woods, so I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye out, and obviously, hopefully, he gets it all sorted. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, if you didn't catch yesterday, after I did the live stream here, I quickly did a quick one over on my main channel. In a nutshell, Dyer got his channel demonetized. He got a community guideline strike and demonetized over a 50-second unlisted video, which so I'm not going to go into detail because it's part of a project that he's working on. But what I would say is it's like a standard intro, and it was unlisted. I think 2 people saw it. I've seen it. Nothing wrong with it at all, in my view. The context speaks for itself. I just think it's one of those things where the YouTube bots have decided to get a bit trigger happy. And unfortunately, he's having to go through the motions at the moment to try and get YouTube to see sense. So yeah, go and check that out. There's a link in the description to a tweet that he posted to YouTube. If you do happen to have a Twitter account, go and well, first of all, go and follow Diatrip for a start. I mean, he does cracking content. But more importantly, go to that tweet, quote tweet it, and just put the pressure on YouTube. There's not really much we can do in terms of like directly speaking to them, because understandably they're not going to engage with us because we're not, party to that discussion. But it's more about just making it aware, like, hey, look, come on, this isn't fair. Let's sort it out. Yeah. So, hey, JFC, and you're not working today. Excellent. Makes up for the other night then. Excellent stuff. So yeah, what we will do now, though, is we'll do the quick introductory shillings, and then we'll crack on. So yes, as Nico pointed out at the very beginning, I did a new video yesterday. I've changed the title and the thumbnail because, unfortunately, the YouTube algorithm doesn't seem to be my friend at the moment. It's probably because I kicked off yesterday about the situation with Dyer. It's probably not, but let's just pretend it is. Quick sip. So if you haven't already, go and check that out. If you're new to the channel and you're catching this on the replay, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that YouTube algorithmically friendly stuff. And my main channel is also linked in the description, where you can catch true crime documentary style videos if you are into that sort of thing. Also, if you are enjoying the series of my Ace Attorney Justice for All playthrough, and you want to show your appreciation and support the work that I'm doing here, again, do all that YouTube friendly stuff. But also in the pinned comment there and in the description, there is a link where you can go to drop me some money. It's no obligation, but it is massively appreciated. And guys in the chat, do me a favor, slap that like button. Okay, do it now. Do it now. All right. The Dyer tweet isn't linked. Not here. No. It's in it's over in on the main channel. There's a if you go to the live section, there's a short stream, like a 6-minute stream, and you should be able to find the link in there. And if it's not, then what the hell has YouTube done with it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Let's turn that off. Let's crack on. Oh. Grr. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wait a minute, what? What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Yeah, this is just like at the beginning. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Are you sure? Save 3. I wonder if this is beginning... Yeah, here we go, here we go. Oh, thank God, I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Oh, thank God, I thought there was something wrong with the save. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. March 23, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Oh, JFC, you don't want to do that, mate. Come and sit down. Relax, my dude. You work hard. Let's solve a crime, shall we? Oh, hang on a minute. All right, I've thrown a sickie, so you better make this last a good 8 hours. Right, but before, it's disco time, chat. Oh, yeah. I better answer that. I better answer it. I will have all winter to catch these streams. Well, no, you won't. I'm deleting the channel. I'm not. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. Hang on, what was his? You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Why is he phoning me? I'm standing right in front of him. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict too. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slimebagger not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya. Phoenix? Phoenix? Mia! Maya? How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. That's what she said in the first one minute. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. It's like the cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe. I'm really, really sorry. Move your arms a bit, Mia. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Oh, they're chasing him. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. Oh, okay, chasing, okay. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe, until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, Now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Here we go. Right, so it's going to be a bit of a collaborative effort today. We're going to lose this case. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. We're going to lose. Have you ever felt like such a winner? Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. I was trying to think of something else to say. Anyway, yeah, no, JFC, you have a good time skateboarding, mate. Have good fun, and yeah, catch me on the replay. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. So, if I brought a friend to a gunfight, me, are you saying that the friend would beat the gun? Although I could use the friend as a human shield while I charge down the crazed gunman. She ain't wrong. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. It's March 23. It's 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Let's go. Let's go. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Do the trials get harder as the game goes on? That's a very good question. I would say yeah. I'd say so. I mean, it depends, because I mean, a lot with the majority of the games, the first turnabout's always like a tutorial. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. I can't even remember. I've had so little sleep these last few days. The mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? TCG, I have Coffee Boy in the Ace Attorney trilogy game for... Nice. Nice. Don't say anything else, because we'll be creeping into spoiler territory. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. The one introduced in 5, we have to find the witness's mood can be a bit... Yeah, I agree. I should be talking about Dual Destinies, aren't you? I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Juan Corridor was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. Coffee Daddy is my boy. What a surprising turn of events. My game is taking too long. I feel every second. Oh, bless you. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least, until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Dun dun dun. Old Bag is my friend. Also, his design was because the dev was like, none of our male characters are cool enough. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defense's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. He was originally going to drink whiskey and smoke. What? Was he? I think the fact that they decided on coffee was a good choice. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers.
I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, that's... I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. But I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
We might be, Maverick. We might very well be. All I'm going to say is, think Wonder Woman. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room.
Okay, sure.
Alright then, here we go. Visit to Matt's room.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
I'm on the tee, by the way, Nico. I'm on the tee, don't worry. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Goofy goober. Visit to Matt's room. Here we go.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room.
Should I wait for Ace Attorney to install, or should I play Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion? Well, I mean, we're playing Phoenix right now, aren't we? So, you know, do a bit of Turnip Boy, I suppose. The defendant's room? Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor. Like a big brother, sort of. And I wanted to say congrats.
What's wrong? Why did you stop?
Mr. Wright?
What is it?
You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Hang on a minute. Me doth think he protests too much. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
So sorry.
So, you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here?
Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume.
Are you sure that was Matt on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And? What was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room? Phoenix is the killer and frame Matt. Yeah, isn't it amazing how Phoenix always seems to be around these murders? It's kind of like Jessica Fletcher, isn't he?
He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy.
At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that? Wait, well done, not Moriarty.
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
I don't know, I'm asking you. Oh, how am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one.
I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back.
You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
What the hell is this for, kids? What? What have I missed? Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
Yeah, one of them started to undo their trouser buttons. You know, I did feel something weird.
If it was for kids, someone would have said Phoenix doesn't stand a ghost of a chance. Oh, juice. Okay, okie dokie, okay. Okay, I get ya.
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. Hold on a minute. So, how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think. Once I was done, I pulled up my trousers and went back to the other guests who I invited.
Just the tip. Okay, go back and do this one again. At first, I've got a feeling he's going to say, oh, hang on a minute, I know. At first, what do you mean by that?
I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that? Come on. Come on. There we go. How am I supposed... Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
You know, I did feel something, weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? First words in the Ace Attorney game is gasp. There you go.
Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right?
Okay.
Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Right, here we go. A lot of conversation around a tip today. I have no words, Nico. Get your mind out the gutter. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
He didn't put the whole thing in, Phoenix, alright? Ah, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened.
Beg your pardon?
The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. On God's tip. Yeah, I don't know. What should we do? Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Lies, on guard is also a bottom. No way he's throwing his tip around, not taking tips. So he is, so he's the take... Hang on a minute. He's a bottom, so he's receiving tips then. There you go. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? God's sake.
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
It wasn't just the tip. It was half the shaft. A little too much. Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? This is just one big phrasing testimony, isn't it? Come on.
Honestly,
I keep dropping my phone.
honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
Oh, cash. A roll of cash? Oh, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
Yeah, oh, that kind of tip. There we think it was Ace Attorney gone sexual. No. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. They've given too much tip without making sure it will fit in the wallet. Exactly. Here. I don't know. Let's wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. What? Payment? Tap, tap, tap. Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Oh no, the ghost emojis have come out, Mima. Oh no. But we know. Old streamers, the long-time followers of these live streams will know exactly what those ghost emojis actually are. Go back to my the old CSI streams that I did. They were originally on the main channel. They're now over here in the videos tab. I brought them over. And you'll notice a common theme with the first couple of cases. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the cards Shelley de Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley de Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley de Killer.
Really?
What's wrong, Mr. Powers? Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that says lore, not lore.
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away.
The second time.
This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean...
You mean what? Thank you very much. That is all we need for now.
Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. de Killer. Then we shall see. I feel this is a safe space, so I will admit to being a Matt Pat fangirl. I am subbed to all his channels and genuinely enjoy his content. I actually don't mind Matt Pat. I think he's quite wholesome. I do like the old game theories. I'm more of a... I'd quite happily watch his game theories. I do like the film theory videos. I'm not really interested in the food theory stuff and stuff like that. But then it's just the kind of content that I'm into, really. Matt Pat, if you ever look up the channel Game Theory or Film Theory, he's like a YouTuber OG basically. He's been around for donkey's years. But yeah. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin,
Then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh.
This is no laughing matter.
All right, okay, calm down. The second time.
MatPat needs to get to be made more fun of for saying Overwatch was the TF2 killer. I don't know. What about what are your thoughts on, oh my god, what's it called, CinemaSins, chat? What do you oh no, I did watch the food theory one where he talks about McDonald's not being a fast food chain, but actually in what is it? A property management company or something like that. I can't remember. Again, I'm still warped from the last couple of nights, lack of sleep.
This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom.
And what time was it? It's past your bedtime, Phoenix.
Ah, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 10 p.m. by that time.
Yeah, I used to enjoy CinemaSins too, but like, it's just the same stuff, really. It's the same repetitive formula.
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
And actually, yeah, they could be better. They could be better.
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Here we go.
And that's when that bellboy I saw came out of the room.
Okie dokie. Right, I have a quick update, chat. Diatrip has confirmed that there is somebody looking into the matter. And that they are confident it's a mistake and that it will be resolved. So, fingers crossed, chat. Fingers crossed. Let's get those fingers crossed emojis.
Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corridor's room.
Yeah, so fingers crossed he gets it sorted, because, I mean, like I said, I know when you look at channels that get demonetized unjustly, a lot of people will sort of look at politics channels, you know, political channels, because they tend to get hit quite hard. But actually, they're not the only people. I see it quite a lot with true crime, with the people that I speak to, that we do get do sort of run into quite a bit of troubles getting stuff monetized. I will just full disclosure, I don't really have that problem. I'm quite fortunate, and I'm hoping that the fact that I'm saying this doesn't like jinx it, so touch wood. But YouTube have been pretty good to me personally. We've had one or two disagreements, but I'm not going to argue. But stuff like what's happened to Diatrip is just massively inconvenient, especially when it's your full-time gig. You know, I'm fortunate. If anything was to happen to this channel, well, say this one, the main one, it's not a massive loss in terms of like the financial side of it. But of course, I'd be absolutely gutted if my library of content was just like gone, if my channel was deleted or something like that. Like all that hard work, you know, it's stuff that will last, provided that the website stays up. You know, so you never know. They're almost like time capsules, if you will. This is the stuff that people were making at this time. Hey, Burnsy. Anyway, sorry. Back to it. Hopefully, Diatrip will get it sorted. I will keep you updated. Well, the victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am. They tried the same thing with Briefcase. Yeah, I saw you say something along those lines, Mima. What happened then? Do you know? So I think the crime reel mentioned it as well.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, That bellboy did seem kinda out of place.
So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Oh, insipid grin. Sorry. Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. I do not trust Google. Too big. Yeah. I do have my main channel content is also over on like Rumble. I did try BitChute and Odyssey out, but I couldn't get over the I just didn't commit to them. But like my main channel catalog, like the true crime stories specifically, are all over there as a backup should anything happen. Because like I say, I mean, I'm really proud of the work that I've done on this on my main channel, and you know, I'll admit, like, the videos ain't perfect, and like there are far better creators out there than myself. But I would, if anything was to happen to that channel, I would genuinely be gutted about it, because all that content has gone. But yeah, I'm on Rumble, and I know some people question Rumble in terms of the the creators and things like that. But the way that I look at it is that it is competition at the end of the day, and also you could make, when you talk about the people that are on Rumble, that like the controversial people, you could make the same argument for YouTube. It's always, you know, you're like people when they talked about like Rumble, like not Rumble, Parler and Gab and to a lesser extent Minds, you know, and they said, oh, you know, these far right neo, you know, people are all over there. It's like, cool, but they're also on Twitter, they're also on Facebook, they're also on Instagram, they're on they're on the big platforms as well. You know, you can't escape them. You know, as long as you know who you are and you know what you do, and that what other people are doing shouldn't matter. And that's why I will always support alternative media, and I don't care who else is on it. I will stick to my I will stick to my stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I mean, I'm not committed to YouTube as such in that, you know, my content is out there, it's diversified across different spaces. Like I'm not going to just stick to one platform. If, you know, contractually speaking, we do that, you know. The alt-right is everywhere is what I've learned, so you have to cultivate your own spaces. Yeah. So, and then this is what it is. Like like I'm on YouTube, but you know, my stuff on YouTube isn't, you know, associated with any other channel. Like if someone does something bad on YouTube and they have a YouTube account, like I'm not going to be thrown into that. You know, I'm not associated with that. You know, I am my own person, and that's how people should see it. And unfortunately, too many people these days, they're quick to jump the gun and make assumptions about people just because of minute things. Like I had one person who thought I was like some sort of right-wing homophobe because I had a Parler account, when in truth it was just an alternative platform, and I was like, I'll try it. It sucked, and so I never used it again. But yeah, but just because I had signed up, it was like, oh, you know, he's a right winger. It's like, cool, yeah, our government's supposedly right. It's like, okay, thank you. Yeah, cool story. I'm not Maverick. I'm afraid to tell you. Sorry. But I could be what. Look, do you know what? Okay, I am the great panderer. Okay, on YouTube, I am the shiller. I am the panderer. I will be whatever you want me to be. All right.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
UK's new online safety law is going to throw a spanner in everyone's works. Yeah, it's a bit that thing is bloody annoying. I haven't actually looked into that bill that greatly. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know if it'll affect I don't know if it'll affect people like what I do. I don't think it will do that. I mean, I don't really have an interest in trying to like poke the hornet's nest and just have a sort of confrontational nature with people. Yeah. I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. Apparently, like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Murgut, you might be able to just clarify the online safety law better than I can. But from what I understand, it's something that's been put in place to try and limit the spread of disinformation, and now they're trying to, using safety as the reason. So we'll see how successful that is. Spoiler alert: it won't be. It will be abused like every bloody new law that's introduced. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? Political and cultural critical channels are bricking it. Yeah, I don't blame it. Yeah, and exactly, you're never going to stop disinformation. Absolutely, let the conspiracy theorists have their fun. I love me a good conspiracy theory. I really do. Just because I like to, I find it interesting how people can creatively come up with these theories and have and present the arguments to justify those theories. It doesn't mean to say that I'm going to believe every single one of them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I've got a brain in my head. Sure, it's got a lack of sleep, but if I see a video that says the Earth is flat, it's like, cool, let me hear your theories. But then I'll go, doesn't mean to say I'm going to believe it, but apparently I need Rishi Sunak and his friends to tell me what the truth is. It's like, chill out, man, chill out. What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or try to pull a fast one? Yeah, let's go for it. We need to try and delay this trial. Blocking legal but harmful speech can be blocked at a whim. Exactly. Even GB News is having fit. Yeah, like what legal but harmful. What is harmful? Define harmful. Anything I disagree with is harmful. Yeah, of course. Of course you'd say that. Anyway, no politics. Let's crack on with this, because Phoenix is about to save the day, I hope. There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really, really is.
There really, really isn't. Okay, we didn't save today.
If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever.
Okay.
Your Honour, I asked the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognises and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
According to vegans, remember when Peter tried to cancel Pokemon? I think I do, yeah. And according to vegans, anything showing people eating meat should be banned. Yeah, it's all silly.
I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed, but he didn't.
Hold on. Crime photo. Well, no, he had the juice, didn't he? I'd say, yeah. Let's go with that. Yes! Peter is evil in his means, man. Peter are the biggest hypocrites. They talk about, like, the safety and well-being of animals, and yet they, like, literally exterminate, like, tens of thousands a year that can't find homes. It's ridiculous. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
I remember this story where a couple of Peter staff, like, took this little girl's dog, and then they ended up putting the dog, like, killing the dog. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You evil, evil bastards. Why would you do that? Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that meme. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like it was a stray dog that they picked up and put down after a week, and then the family were like, "Oh my god, that was our dog." It was like, no, literally. Oh, look, that dog's on the porch. Let's be big brains and steal the dog from the little girl. It's like, why? Why would you actually do that? You absolute bastards. Yeah. It's not uncommon. Ingrid would brag the minute they get a dog from someone that can't take care of it. It's dead before they drove off. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? You actually know a deaf couple who had their hearing ear dog stolen, and oh my god, see what I mean? Like, these people are just absolute morons. As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. Like, I'm not against like these. I'm not against like organisations, right, that want to, ensure the well-being and safety of animals. Like, obviously, that's not something I'm against, but I just cannot stand the hypocrisy of PETA. It's like they are literally like, I don't know, like if somebody, battered their wife and then, into a comatose state, and then but was like on the panel of, like, they were like a board of director for some sort of like women's safety charity, like, who look, we care about the matter of domestic violence against women, and we want to ensure that women are free from domestic. What you say, bitch? Sorry about her. She tends to act up every now and again. Anyway, as I was saying, women's safety. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that is PETA. They're literally slapping their wife whilst talking about the dangers of domestic violence. That's literally PETA.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and
hey, I've got scars and stitches. So a baseball has stitches, but would a baseball be a bellboy? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Well, there's also, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Okie dokie. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corridor's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner there. Oh, it's the juice bottle. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. Ingrid actually said she advocated the extinction of a species to set it free from... Who is Ingrid? Is this some sort of like organisation, or is this one person who just kicks up a stink? Ingrid. Tomato, not tomato. Tomato. It's a tomato. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corridor's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Oh, Ingrid is the PETA president. Right, okay. Just absolute nut jobs. In the 90s, almost got some protesters who were throwing paint of women in furs to toss it on the leather jackets at a country western biker bar. Oh, blimey. Naming your child Ingrid is cursing them to be a terrible person. You're not wrong there, Nico. That would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corridor was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. Oh, what is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? I worked with Ingrid once. With an Ingrid once. Geordie, not so nice. There you go. What would you call that, Mr. Gently Benevolent? Would that be namology? Namogamy? Namogamy? I don't know.
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-hand-ed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Mr. Sawyer has foamed at the mouth and died. Ah, so you've solved the first turnabout then. Well done. Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black. Leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
I used to do pony rides with my pony at my mum's annual yard sale, and there was a Peter Puffer who would drive by honking his horn to try to spook her. I worry about I care about the safety and well-being of animals. Honk, honk, honk! Scare the ish out the ponies. Like, what are you doing? You absolute tard.
Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Ah, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. Oh, no, you go to the chemist for that, surely. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
Little did he know that she was an Amish cart pony. Set firecrackers off next to her and she still won't flinch. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? Oh, we could do this all day.
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
Ugh.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
Okay, the second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
I like Mia. Never mind, she dies in the next episode. Yeah. Called the cops on it anyway and pressed charges because I didn't want him to do it with anyone else with a pony. Maybe not so well trained. Yeah. Nah, that's fair enough. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident.
Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I love it, Maverick. Mia dies? Excuse me.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honour. Their second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
Oh. I just realised I wasn't pressing anything. Okay, hold on. I wasn't pressing anything. Alright, there we go. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the outdoor of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky spy-like...
I knew he was spying. Brilliant, I love that. I love the writing on this game, I really do.
Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
So why am I even here if I know how it ends now? Mima, because not Moriarty's on the blooming first game. He's a whole game behind. We're up here now. This is the second game that we're playing. Yeah, no, Mia died. Hold on a minute. That's a great question, actually. When did Mia die? According to TCG's Gameplace. gameplay. Hold on a tickety boo. I'm just gonna go to my phone and find out. No, I'm on the third. No, you're not on the third one. Not Moriarty. Mr. Sora isn't in the third one. Don't give me that. Don't give me that, you lying liar. Yeah, Mia. Yeah. So, because I did the playthrough of this quite a while ago, so Mia died 3 months ago. According to this, 26th of May, 2023. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I started doing the second. Yeah. There you go. So we've been on and off streaming since since May. Oh, excuse me. Right. There we go. Radio.
He gave me something to the person inside the room.
Yes, I have April, May. I mean, yeah, again, April, May is still the first game. That's what you're talking about. Third game. Don't give me that. I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Okay, right.
Oh, okay.
What have I done here? Oh gosh, right. What do I do? Oh, great question. Okay, we'll start with the top. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean? I'll ask about the something. Okay, I will do what I will do next. I will do next. If it gives me the opportunity to, I will do next.
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say. No worries, Mima? And then, what did the bellboy do after that?
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Right. We'll go back. I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about this something. Is that what you said? Yeah, ask about something, okay. He gave something to this person.
Yeah.
And what was this something?
Ha ha ha! If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
Okay. But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small.
Hold on. I think... maybe it was this. Why is it covered in loads of little cuts, though? I mean, it wouldn't be that. Okay, we'll try that in a sec. I mean, I'm gonna... I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. Okay, Murgo. As you wish. Now he's saying the bellboy got a small tip. Make your mind up. Relative to size, Nico, relative to size. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honour. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the scene, the crime scene, was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... No.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mia.
If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
It's got to be this, isn't it? A wooden shape. Go for it. Oh, get in. Get in. Come on. We are on fire. What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, then please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Okay. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey! That's it! That's the something!
Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. Hey, I saw what you did there. I recall we found this at Matt on Guard's mansion.
At the defendant's house? What does this mean?
Well, it's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corridor in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. On Guard's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt on Guard is the killer's client.
Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
No. I can't let this happen. I had to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright. What questionable point would you like to explore further?
I would. Okay. Let's talk about the person who received the bear. Hey, Marina. Hope you're doing all right. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. Oh, save, okay. As you wish, Nico. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room.
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! Huh? Okay. What?
Huh?
What is it, Mr. Powers?
Oh, I meant to say before answering. Sorry, stream lag.
If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What? Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm.
Hang on a minute. I think I know where this is going, and I think I know how we can counter this. he's going to allude it was the Nickel Samurai, but as we established before, Adrian Andrews, Matt was wearing a Nickel Samurai, but he was napping. So it goes without saying that Adrian Andrews, who also donned the Nickel Samurai suit, may possibly have taken the bear for herself, or that's the argument we're going to be making to make the trial go on that little bit longer.
But the arm? It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it.
Yep. You've got to be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Correct, Nico.
Order! Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave, yet again.
How many times is that today? Oh, I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And, as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer.
What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry.
Now, I will bring this cross-examination to... Your Honor, again, Mr. Wright. We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
Objection, Your Honor. What? On what grounds? On grounds this is devastating to my case. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. Oh, okay. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't be having that. All right, Mr. Wright. What questionable point do you want? Would you like to explore further?
Let's talk about the bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright?
This was found at Mr. On Guard's mansion. However, Mr. On Guard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh.
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. On Guard who took this bear to his mansion. So who would have done it then? Presumably it would have been the bellboy, maybe?
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Phew! Disaster.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. I remember it as clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at On Guard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and On Guard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at On Guard mansion as his butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to On Guard mansion by the killer himself. Very sleepy. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room.
everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt on guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Well, we have to raise an objection, surely. Yeah. There was only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left in this one dirty trick is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe that my client two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible that this is all the work of a certain other person. Here we go. Yes, we're leaning into it now. What are you saying? What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Tut tut. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? Right, let's go. Adrian Andrews? Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt on guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Oh! Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion. It was all a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Oh dear. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defendant's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. Mima, yes, November the 5th is indeed bonfire night. Come on, anyone can tell he did it. I can't believe the defence would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is going to save Maya. This is going to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me. This is one fight I can't give up on. Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honour. For the benefit of the defence, I'm willing to play along with this what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defence's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard that right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honour, the prosecution asks upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? Well, it's quite simple, Your Honour. Mrs. Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, The court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honour. Whew. Right, chat, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I've just got to go and top up my drink. Okie dokie. I'll be back very, very soon. And I'm back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to get up for a minute, just top my drink up. I am very, very sleepy. Excuse me. Right, March 23, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Ha ha ha! Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ugh. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick? Mia's gone, chap. Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. You reckon that was Maya? Maybe? A really strong power? We are on the Lucasade now. Get a bit of an energy drink in us now. Right. Sorry, back to the game. Back to the game. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is. I keep triggering me, DCJ. I keep forgetting that your ringtone is this. It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something on to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. Oh, God. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent? Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia! A circus tent! Do you think they're at the, circus? Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. Called it! She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? Max Galactica has a hostage. yeah, it is. It's the Berry Big... it is the Berry Big Circus. There's only one, pal. The Berry Big Circus.
Oh, fantastic. What a fabulous idea, darling. Bring Maya. I wasn't expecting to see you back at the circus so soon, Maya. It's absolutely fantabulous. Absolutely fabulous that you're here.
Maya is somewhere within the 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so? I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? The one thing the anime didn't do justice to. Yeah, I haven't actually got this far on the trial on the anime yet. I'm only on like the 3rd episode, I think. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you all right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Alright, here we go. March 23, 12:05 PM, District Court Courtroom, number 3. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You've seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why? Why does she... The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bar. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Oh. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes. This is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes. I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Hey, the bear figurine. Oh. No. Okay, a puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. People who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. Oh, right. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in. Phrasing. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ooh. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. He's having some trouble there. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So, what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? At its center, it's a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who brought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. Okay, so it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. Oh, I thought I could hear my cat. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the 2 of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there were that many people with this same bear in this country. Let's be nice, chat. Let's be nice to each other. Love and respect. Yes, guys? But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. I'll start revoking mod privileges otherwise. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Who else knew that this bear is actually a small container, or jewelry box? I never told anyone, one. As long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the 2 of us knew. The 2 of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know either, right? Ah. I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Oh, okay. Wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corridor and Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright? I think even you have some common... I think even you have come to realize.
What?
There is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is, this bear is actually a jewelry box. I'm not going to dignify that. I'm not dignifying that. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical conclusion. There is only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? Okay. What's inside? Well, that's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please? Oh, there's a painful blah blah blah. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? Okie dokie, it's the YouTube naughty word note. The YouTube naughty word note. The YouTube naughty word note left by Juan Corridor's former manager, Celeste Inpax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. I don't know why they're showing us this image, because she's clearly flying. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed YouTube naughty word. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace, so now that the YouTube naughty word note has been found, what's the next logical conclusion? Farty McCoy, Farty McFly? What's going on? What is written on the note? That's right, at least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by On Guard, about being engaged to Corrida and Guard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Impax had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. Jeffrey Dahmer was also a Farty McFly, okay. I didn't know this was a discussion about World War II, neither did I. At any cost. Okay, that's updated now. Excuse me. It's On Guard's fault that woman effed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a shellfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this YouTube naughty word note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. I think it was. Right. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the YouTube naughty word note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! The YouTube naughty word note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? I suppose we should go for the note. Okay, yeah, save it. I suppose we would go with that. Yeah. Please wait, Your Honour. I've already said. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get the killer off the hook. I think Your Honour believes that Matt on guard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corridor until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I say that Matt on guard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
No, you didn't. That's why I'm standing here and you're sitting there. Exactly. But I did think of it that way. And I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Let me talk to the pet parrot, yes.
Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth? What is your opinion?
He has no opinion. It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. Okie dokie. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It's a very small video camera, Your Honour. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
Oh, okay, yeah, I see where we're going with this. What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Corridor, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honour.
You, don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well,
sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I had the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. I fished it out. Yeah. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Choose bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Mr. On Guard's fingerprints were on there?
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? Edgeworth must have his balls in a vice. He knows On Guard has Maya held hostage, but he must prosecute. Exactly, yeah. Like I do feel like Edgeworth is kind of steering this this trial at the moment. Like he doesn't look too flustered, and like you say, everything that we're saying does line up. But yeah. Oh. Okay. What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. On Guard had learned of the YouTube naughty word note through this. He was watching the victim all along. Oh my god, he got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mummy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shh, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so, ew, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to pulling the lid on this case, but I don't know how you did that, but there we go. In his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see a good prosecutor get scolded. God's here, even. But for not remembering to look into the item when he had tried and succeeded to. Right. For not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. I am micro-sleeping, by the way. Almost like mini-dreaming. I'm going to start going random with my sentences in a sec. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright. I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Or should I let it go? Present evidence, I guess. It's got to be the YouTube naughty word note, isn't it? I have an objection, Your Honour. TCG has started to hallucinate. I actually might be. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Mr. Crime, pull over and have a coffee. I've got my Lucasade now. Your Honour, the defence has no intention of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honour. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. We want to make sure all these loose ends get tied up nicely and neat into a bow, you know. So we can't be all inconsistent now. We've still got to keep up the impression, that the illusion that this is a trial and we're both fighting for the conviction and or acquittal of our client. Phoenix and Edgeworth are on the same team. Phoenix is acting like a little prosecutor today. And these two are dancing. They're dancing. And they're like an amazingly decent, like Torville and Dean. They're like Torville and Dean at the moment. They're creating something magical. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something? Yeah, you're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you should really, you really should examine about this piece of evidence. It's got to be this. That is Miss Impax's YouTube naughty word note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this YouTube naughty word note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this YouTube naughty word note has yet to be analysed. That's it, bitch. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting... Mr. Wright, you... Are you saying this YouTube naughty word note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake YouTube naughty word note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence in linking the witness to the YouTube naughty word note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness I'm speaking to... oh my god, but if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. We're speaking to... I am hallucinating. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle was the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? Didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard, didn't you? Didn't you? I did no such thing. Right. If you are going to pronounce this YouTube naughty word note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Edgeworth is simping for AA. That's enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Can you confirm the handwriting on this YouTube naughty word note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analysed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis. My butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy some more time. On guard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! 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 Click, click, click. Guilty! Anyway. There we go. Right, what does that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what else to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. Just need a little more time. But... Don't tell me we don't. We don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh. Well, what is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I am about to end today's verdict proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, take that. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. Oh, we just hung up on him. Based! I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for this day. Oh my god, even more. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. Woohoo! At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. March 23, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Every time I hear TCJ say YouTube naughty word, it makes me think how sad it would be if they did that. Yeah. The defendant, age 36, took the victim, one of her students, Shwagadu, and cabulated until he kapowed all over her bazoings. Right, well, what is going on with Maya's situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find him in that time. Oh, we're back again. Beep. Report. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in a rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? I thought you'd ask, pal. I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? Well, that's odd. Any items like that are usually served to the crime lab first. We don't have time to visit for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to... I'm really sorry, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. He'll be fine. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble with his trolleys. Okay. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'd be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Oh, it's in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
All right. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. I'm pulling out all the stops and running at every red light.
Items left by the murderer. Huh. Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the hell was that? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me.
What? No one can stop. No one can stop me. No.
What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His calls are being traced. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Phoenix. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? Maybe. I've just got an idea. Hold on. That's right. There is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Oh my god, of course! Yes, yes, yes! Right. Why are you bringing up Francisco at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca. Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. Oh. But what I'm doing now? I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff? Ace Prosecutor Phoenix Wright? Yeah, oh mate, imagine that, like they did like an alternate reality version of the games. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with her handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued. I wonder if this is how OJ's attorneys felt. Yeah, maybe. Right, chat. That's going to conclude it there. But I have got a sneaky feeling, a very, very sneaky feeling that the next one will be the final part of this. I'm so sorry. I am literally falling asleep at my desk here and micro sleeping. If you're hearing me speak random stuff during the dialogue, then that'll be that. In terms of when we will be doing this next, now I was going to say Friday because tomorrow night I normally do the horror homework. So
but I will just double check to see what the horror homework actually is. Bear with me. Unless Mergit, you can let me know if it's should be. Yeah, I'll be traveling tomorrow. Don't do it tomorrow. Oh, there you go then. Nico, that settles it then. I'll tell you what, guys, we will then, if that's the case, we will be back on Friday then to conclude this. So what I'll probably do then tomorrow is do a little bit of research then on the old Daniel Lugo, aka Sun Jim Gang, because that's going to be my next one. You guys are getting a little bit of a exclusive sneak peek at the, well, you're getting a spoiler as to what the next one will be. But yeah, guys, anyway, thank you ever so much for sticking around and being as dedicated as you have been throughout this entire series. I do appreciate it. Are they no, they are literally a gang that formed in a gym. Nico, have you ever seen the film Pain and Gain with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg? I'll just wait for you to answer. If you have, excellent. If not, I recommend it. And the reason you have not, okay, so I do recommend it. It's a mid film. Actually, no, I wouldn't say it's mid. I actually really enjoyed it, right? But I didn't know that it was actually based off of the Sun Jim Gang, Daniel Lugo and the other folks. It's actually based on a true story. They turned it into a dark comedy film, but the actual circumstances behind the real crimes were actually very, very morbid, very dark. But yeah, it's literally based on a true story, and I didn't realise that until the very end. So yeah, that's going to be the one I'm going to be doing next. Yes, anyway, thank you ever so much for stopping around and being as dedicated as you have been throughout the entire series. I do appreciate it. And we will wrap this up on Friday night. I'm absolutely confident of that. And if you are also here on the replay and you've made it this far, thank you ever so much. Don't forget to do the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, and all that happy jazz. We are at 152 subscribers now, so we've got 348 to go till we hit the magic 500, and then once we get there, just got to get those watch hours up. We can do it. We can do it, guys. We're nearly there, getting ever closer. So yeah, guys, I will be over on Proper Horror Show's channel on Thursday night, and I've just realised I can't do Friday, because Friday we're going to be over on the main channel doing a live stream, aren't we? We're doing the Friday night community quiz. So I won't actually be... It's going to be... Right. Okay. Confirm. Saturday we will stream here for this, because Friday we're over on my main channel doing the Friday night community quiz. The gang's back, so we've got Denzel, Proper Horror Show, Mergoot, and we'll also be bringing... Shrouded into the mix as well. Shrouded Hand, he'll be there on Friday as well. So guys, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I'm gonna go to bed now, so all I have left to say is until next time, take care and goodbye for now.